Let's learn how to answer a question submitted through Ask an Expert. There are two ways to answer questions submitted by a public user. One is through the email notification that you will receive through your email. In the email, there is a link that you would click on to go directly to the question in the Ask an Expert application. It loads the application and you see the question that was assigned to you. The second way is to go directly to the Ask an Expert application. To do that, you would type in aae.extension.org. When the application opens, there is a tab that reads Assigned to Me with a number in parentheses that indicates the number of questions assigned to you. You can click on that tab and it shows you the question that is assigned to you. Once you are at the Ask an Expert application, you can filter by source, category, and location. Sources are where the questions originate, either from extension.org or a widget from another location, or you can select all and see all the questions coming from all sources. The sources are determined based on the preferences you set for yourself. Subject is your area of expertise. It's a drop-down menu, and you can select or change your area of expertise in which you want to answer questions. Location is the state where you have agreed to answer questions when submitted through the sources you have selected. You can select individual states or you can select all locations. Once you have made changes, click the Apply button and the application will display questions based on your filters. To answer the question, you just click on it. On the question screen, you have several options. Let's just start at the top and work our way down. If we know we can answer the question, then we can click on the green box that reads I am working on this, and it gives you 2 hours to answer the question. This prevents someone else from answering the question while you are researching or working on the answer. If we don't know the answer or we know someone that might answer the question better, we can assign that to somebody by name or by location or category. Or we can hand it off to a question wrangler. The question wrangler is a person who routes uncategorized or unassigned questions to the best person to answer them. To assign by name, you have to know the person's name. You can begin by just starting to type in their name and the system automatically begins to search for the best person and the best fit for the name that you're entering. You can mouse over that person's name and see the response rates, areas of expertise, and if they have any questions assigned to them. Then you can decide whether or not to assign them the question. You can also assign by location. When you click on that option, it automatically fills in the fields based on the submitter's location, and you can change those choices as well. Since we know the answer, we are not going to assign it to anyone else. Before we answer the question, let's take a quick look at the history of this question. You can see that it was originally submitted by Lauren, and the system assigned it to Judy, and then it was assigned to Craig. You can see that Craig is a question wrangler. That is what the lariat icon next to his name designates. It's always good to search and see if there is already an answer to the question in the Ask an Expert or FAQ system before answering the question. Because if there is, we can use part or all of that answer to help answer the question that we've been assigned. You can use keywords to search for a possible answer. In this case, I'm going to use hoof, crack, and search to see if there's a possible answer. You can see that there are several answers that have been brought back for this particular search. And I'm going to scan down here to see if I can find one that might fit. And this one here on what is the correct procedure to treat large cracks in the front wall of the forehoof. Cracks start at the ground sole and progress upward. So that sounds pretty close, so let's see what the answer might be on this. You can see that it displays the answer for me. As I read the answer, I can see that it's a good answer, but it's not quite what the person's asking for in the question that we've been assigned. So I'm just going to simply back out of this and go back to the answer screen, and I'm going to go ahead and answer this question. You answer the question by going to the Answer or Ask More Information box. You can ask the person for more information, or you could ask them questions to help better understand the issue or the question. To answer the question, I'm going to click on the Reply button. I'm going to type my answer in the response box that's provided. I can include links to other articles and other published questions and answers. So I'm going to provide my answer there. I'm going to proofread it, and make sure that there's no spelling mistakes and that it makes sense. Always remember to make sure that you have completed the signature box there with your contact information that's appropriate for you. You then send the answer to the question by simply clicking on the Send Reply. On the final screen, you have the ability to move this question and answer to the FAQ application so that the question and answer can be reviewed and ultimately published to the public site. I hope you found this training video helpful and that you will answer questions in a timely fashion so we can provide our users with quick and accurate information.